June 19th. Today is Juneteenth, and after the Civil War, after many people fought, bled, and died to get rid of slavery, it was the day in this nation, a nation that we have many great things, that we have many things that we can be so thankful for, that the United States stands out in so many ways, but we were able to say to one of the most atrocious things that we've done, say we're going to put an end to it. And it's a day that we mark as June 19th, and we celebrate. And, we can wonder maybe, well, why is this so important? It's something that was done long ago. Well, it's a historical day. And there's a couple things as followers of Christ that I recognize that I think are so important that we can look back on this day. Well, first of all, it's understanding that even for a nation that we have seen many great things from, we understand that it's not perfect, and we can look back at failures and say, look, we made a mistake. We need the forgiveness of God. We need the grace of God. And as individuals, we have the same thing, where we can look back in our life and say, I'm not perfect, but I need the grace of God in my life. And we can look back and say, yes, this was wrong. This is something maybe I've done wrong, or this is, in this case, something our nation is not something we're proud of. But we can see the grace of God and His powerful love for us. Not deserved, not something that we have earned, but it's something that God showers upon us because of His love, because He is good. And the other thing that I think about as we look at this day, Juneteenth, it's a day that we can really lean into and celebrate the unity that God wants for us. God has called us to be one body. As followers of Jesus, as part of His family, we get to truly be one. It's not just a celebration of something that happened in the past. It's not just a date in history. We get to remember what God calls us to, something greater, to be a family. And what that means is that we get to truly be united. And the only way, in fact, the greatest way that we can be united is as the family of God. But God doesn't say, I want you to be all uniform. He says, I want you to be united. He doesn't say, I want you to all look the same and be the same. He wants us to be diverse, but not divided. And that is the greatest place in the history of mankind that we can be, is in the family of God. That's where He delights in our differences. Look around. We have diversity here, yet we are part of the same family. That is the beauty of what God does. And so today is a day like no other that we get to celebrate who God is as our Father, because He is a good Father. In fact, He is the greatest of all fathers. So let's all stand and remember that we are a family. We can be forgiven. We get unconditional love because we have an incredible, perfect